Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Miami Heat MyNBA series. And in this episode, we're going to be recapping the offseason and then getting into an opening game. I don't know if we'll play the Bulls or we'll play the Pistons or we'll play the Celtics. Interesting choices here. We could play the Bulls just because it's the first game of the season. I don't know if that would be all that entertaining, but who knows? To recap this offseason, we really needed to find another offensive option to pair next to Darren Peterson, who's entering his second year. And then we also had a few lottery picks that conveyed and ultimately got us the number one pick in the draft. So let's just start from the transaction report for us. And we'll just start from the bottom and up. Yeah, you can see. Big move. We re-signed Kelly Bratnop. But yeah, we did trade for LaMelo Ball this offseason, and it took Anthony Black, the sixth pick in the draft, which was the Hornets pick originally, Quentin Grimes, Kevin Porter Jr., and then two unprotected first-round picks, one from us and one from the Pistons. And then in exchange, we got the 29th pick in the draft, and then we also got LaMelo Ball. LaMelo just unhappy there. They haven't won anything. He's never been to the playoffs, which I can guarantee he's going to be with us. And then we traded that 28th pick for a few late picks later in this rebuild. Re-signed Ochai Agbaji, under $10 million a year. I think that's a steal. We got Bradley Beal for some bench scoring. Dembono we re-signed, Aaron Holiday, Kenrich Williams, and Terrence Shannon. That's all the moves we made in terms of trades or signings. And I think LaMelo being on this team is going to help Darren Peterson a lot, who's now up to an 87 overall. He's going to be playing shooting guard. His three ball is elite. His mid-range is elite now. His defense is damn near elite. He is growing a lot by the year. So he'll be really good at the two, which is really his natural position. He just came off an insane rookie playoff run. And then with the number one overall pick, we drafted Jay Young, a 6'9" wing / guard from Washington State. He's got a really good wingspan, 82 three ball. His handle is something we can work on. But pretty solid defender, good offensive consistency. And he plays very hard, 94 stamina, so he can be on the court for a long time. He's got a ton of potential. That's why we took him number one. 6'9" guy. You look at his arms. They're extremely long. So he'll be able to play for us. And then with the 12th pick in the draft, we took Rakeem Patterson, who is a 3-and-D type of player who we're going to have to develop over the next few years. But he's from Syracuse, 76'3", which isn't phenomenal. It's almost average. But above average defense to begin his career is where he can make his calling card. And we've got some wings now that we can make decisions with. Rasheer Fleming just had a really good playoff run. He has an 84 three ball and some good defensive stats. So we'll see if he's ready to defend. We kept Bam Adebayo, who's now going to be our third option. Walter Clayton Jr. off the bench. He's going to have to step in the void of Kevin Porter Jr. And if he can't do that, then we'll make some trades. But yeah, this is the team heading into this season. I think this is a very good squad. We've got a lot more shooting now. We got a lot more on-ball creation with LaMelo Ball, who is an all-star player, 22, 5, and 8 last year, 51% from the field, his most efficient season in the league. So hopefully he can be even more efficient with us. He's only 26 years old. This is a pretty young roster, and then we have some vets at the tail end. And then Bam Adebayo is 30, who's going to be our oldest playing player. But yeah, that's the team, and I think we did a phenomenal job. We're just going to trust another year of development and see how we stack up against the rest of the league. All right, I guess we can look at the power rankings to determine what's happening. But Lakers with Kevin Durant and Cason Wallace, who just signed here, this is a pretty decent team. Like there's the number one ranked team in terms of power rankings. Luka, Wallace, Dalton Knecht, Kevin Durant. This is his second to last season. This is his second season with LA. He just averaged 30 points per game at 39 years old, which is impressive as it gets, almost 50, 40, 90 as well. The Celtics, they're number 2 in the power rankings. So NBA's, two biggest markets and two biggest rivals, looking good right there. Spurs, no more Giannis. They lost him in free agency. did not have enough money to pay Giannis, so he ended up leaving. But this is still a really good team. And then we have us at number 4. They have us at 4 in the power rankings, which is what I like to see. The Sixers, another year of development. They got Quentin Grimes back in a trade from Charlotte. And then Lauri Markkanen's here. Trey Mann also got traded here from Charlotte. The Warriors, Steph Curry, this is his last season. So it's unfortunate, but it's his last season. They did pick up Derek Lively from the Mavericks. You'll see why he was traded in just a second. They got Max Christie, who had a really underrated season, 16 points per game with Dallas. Chicago is 7th. I don't know why. This is not a particularly great team. I don't know why they're ranked 7th. Houston Rockets, they're still trying to find that next star. Reece Shepard's developing really well, so maybe he can help them this season. Jabari Smith just averaged 15 and 8. Like, that's really good. Şengün just averaged 24, 10 and 5. Like, that's elite numbers. And Asar Thompson, 17, 9 and 6.5. So this team looks ready to compete. The Thunder looking to bounce back. They signed Austin Reeves in free agency, which is insane. They got him for a bargain. And then they also got Ryan Dunn, who they had last year, Thomas Sorber, and they're just letting their other young guys develop. They are just filling in a lot of spots. This team is very talented. The Bucks, number 10, and I'm not gonna lie, this team is looking pretty decent. Like, they may be able to make a run at the playoffs and, you know, maybe win a round. Mikal Brown, Stephon Castle here for his 3rd season, just had an NBA All-Star type year. They just picked up Julius Randle. Devin Vassell still here. They just picked up Mark Williams as well, who just left Dallas. It's a really good team. They got Chris Middleton back last season. I think they can really make a run. The Hawks, you can see there's no more Trae Young. They moved off of him because, man, he was the biggest reason this team got embarrassed in the playoffs. Kobe Buffkin will put up a better fight defensively. He's nowhere near the offensive player of Trae Young, but he's a pretty solid player, and he's going to step into that role, which means Dyson Daniels will have to ball more, and same thing with Reece Shea and Jalen Johnson. The Knicks, running it back with the same core. They don't really have a ton of flexibility, so they're just kind of stuck with what they have. Pistons, being ranked 13th is insane because they just made the NBA Finals, but this team got Jaden Ivey back after he spent a year in Utah, averaging 22, 5 and 5, so that might be a way better option than Austin Reeves was. And they also got Schroeder back. Mavericks, yeah, that's why they traded Lively. They signed Giannis Antetokounmpo. They got Yegor Demon. They just traded for Moses Moody. This is a really solid team, and they can compete with AD and Giannis as your front court, and then Kyrie at point guard. It's another really, really good team that can contend. The Phoenix Suns, another year of development for their young guys. Dibanza up to an 89. Cooper Flagg up to a 94. This team is really good. They got Toumani Camara, who was originally a Sun when he got drafted. This team can't compete as well. They're just very young. The Nuggets running it back again. Jokic re-signed with them this offseason. They got Tari Eason back. This is not a bad team. I just don't know if they have enough. Portland Trail Blazers, they traded for Trae Young. He looks to be somebody to help their young guys develop well. All right, and then the Cavs, same team they've had for a few years now. I don't know if they're going to compete. This is just a really interesting team. The Utah Jazz, young, they just had, I think, the 9th pick and selected Jericho Da Silva, who's an incredible defender already as a rookie and could have a developing 3-ball. Somebody I really wanted, but he didn't fall to 12. Like he was projected to. Elijah Arenas, Bobby Portis. This is a solid team with Con Knipple, who had 31. He averaged 21 last year in his 2nd season, so this could be a really good team in a few years. Pacers, they just lost in the 1st round. They could shake up things. Pascal Siakam could be moved. Same thing with Benedict Mathurin. Who knows what this team will do. The Raptors, this is a pretty good team. They were 1 game away from the conference finals and blew a 3-0 lead. So Dylan Harper's going to have to bounce back from that. The Magic, this team, on paper, they're really good. They got Cam Boozer, who's developing really well. Jet Howard's developed. Santi Aldama's developed, but they're just not good. So it makes no sense. The Wolves, just fresh off of winning a championship, didn't really retain all the assets they should have. and this team just looks okay right now. The Wizards, again, young team, developing talent. I think they'll be better than their ranking. The Pelicans, this team just signed Scoot Henderson, who, I mean, had a pretty solid season last year, but didn't go back to the Blazers. And then they drafted Noel McCaw with the second pick. He's a very good defender and a role big man. Grizzlies probably will shake things up, but they got a really solid roster if they don't shake things up. The Kings have Shaedon Sharpe here now, and then Jarris Walker as well. So interesting team. Brooklyn Nets just haven't done anything with their rebuild at all. They've just been kind of terrible the whole time. Clippers had a surprising season last year. They just signed Aaron Nesmith. I don't know if they'll do anything. And the Hornets are ranked 30th, but honestly, I don't see them being this bad. I mean, they got Anthony Black at point guard, Brandon Miller's back, Derek Davis they drafted with the 6th pick, Caleb Wilson was a 7th pick a few years ago, same thing with Kaman Malawach, and then Hendricks Hardaway, he's a really underrated player. 84 3 ball, 90 ball handle. Like, yeah, this guy does look better than the #1 overall pick, but his potential is lower, so maybe that's just who he is. And then Kevin Porter Jr. and Stephen Mann. Like, this is a really, really solid team that can compete for a playoff spot. So, first game of the season, I guess we can just play against the Bulls and get it out of the way. And then we'll just play 2 or 3 more games throughout this season and get onto the playoffs, which is my favorite part. So, yeah, let's play on the road in Chicago and see if we can get a dub. All right. In Chicago, we have an A home court advantage. We got a new scoreboard and new presentation with TNT, so hopefully that's cool. Darren Peterson to start off his sophomore season will get an easy jam with 2 hands. Vucevic missed that layup, and we can push the tempo with LaMelo Ball being our main ball handler now. Now he gets wide open for a deep 3 and missed it, but a good shot created right there. That one is tipped and stolen. Khalil Ware pulls it down over to Darren Peterson. Another jam to start this season. A 4-0 start for us, fueled by defense. So a catch and shoot type of guy with us to start off. There's good defense here. He gets the block on Josh Giddey, who's not easy to guard anymore. Peterson open for 3, and a 7-0 start for the sophomore, who had a ridiculous playoff run as a rookie and really a great season overall as a rookie. Jay Young does a good job getting through the screen initially. There's a block by Khalil Ware, and we're running again. Bam now. He's got Josh Giddey on him. Spins off of Giddey and throws it down. A 9-0 start. What a dunk from Bam Adebayo, who needs to be a lot better this season. And if he's not, I don't know if we have a shot at contending for a championship, a real shot. Chicago yet to score. Probably due for one right here, though. Giddey goes behind the back, and it looks like he's going to turn it over. Wow, the defense is ramped up to another level right now. LaMelo now off the screen, downhill. Vucevic trying to defend, but LaMelo gets his first points as a member of the Miami Heat. An 11-0 start tonight. Chicago still hasn't scored as LaMelo Ball almost gets a steal right there. Good hands from him. Patrick Williams, they're due to hit one, and they miss. That is rough. Jay Young controls the board and gives it to Darren Peterson. An 11-0 start for us. Yeah, 11. Peterson's got 7 of our 11. Goes right at Vucevic, got fouled, but not able to get it to fall. It's the second on Vucevic. And shot clock is winding down. Lob up top, and it works to perfection. Bam and LaMelo on that pick and roll connection. Defensive player of the year this season. He's that good defensively. Obviously, he has to beat out Wemby, and now he does it offensively. A 14-point lead. Giddey misses the second, so 1 for 2 for Giddey at the line. LaMelo, he gets to the line, and he gets the left-handed layup to fall. This has been a hell of a start for us. We're clicking on all cylinders, and LaMelo has 5. Patrick Williams against LaMelo. And Jay Young is in that passing lane. Jay Young will get his first career points right there. Great off-ball defense. That's what we like to see, especially from a young guy who's probably not happy he's going to be a role player his first season, but making a nice play right there. Darren Peterson, great hands. Jay Young picks it up, gets the steal, a nice pass down to Darren Peterson, who then throws it to Khalil Ware for the jam. The defense has been unbelievable, and then our playmaking in the half court and in transition has been phenomenal. 15-point game. Peterson, an open three, and of course he drills it. 12 for Darren Peterson. And a great play call there from Eric Spoelstra. Darren Peterson is just so good offensively. Peterson's been amazing. Pulls up for the midi and cashes it. He's got 14. Holding onto the rock for a little bit here. Peterson. Clock is winding down. Off the screen. Darren Peterson will get inside and caps off this amazing quarter with a jam. He's got 16. That matches Chicago's total, as Fears almost hit that. We are doubling Chicago's score right now. Darren Peterson looks like he's poised for an MVP type season, and LaMelo's been pretty good in his debut as well. Baji's game. LaMelo, floater over Buzelis is good. A quick float game right there, and 7 for LaMelo. He's doing it all right now defensively. He grabs the board, pushing the tempo. LaMelo, he's open for a 3, and he drills it. Already filling it up. 5 points in under a minute. Fears, lob back door. That one's broken up by LaMelo. Walter Clayton picks it up. We'll slow it down. LaMelo fakes on edge of 4, gets downhill, and scores around Braden Burries. A 7-0 run. A 7-0 personal run from LaMelo Ball. LaMelo fakes on Burries, and that will be an easy floater for LaMelo. He's up to 15 for Bam. Face up against Buzelis. Turnaround jumper, got it to fall. 6 for Bam Adebayo. Oh, what a play by LaMelo, and Khalil Ware finishes it off with a jam. And if Jeremiah Fears is going to be on LaMelo Ball, this is easy money. LaMelo just, oh my goodness. Dancing and then throws it down. LaMelo's got the hot hand right now, so I'm gonna go to LaMelo. Oh my goodness, LaMelo's just cooking everybody on the Chicago Bulls perimeter defense. Back-to-back ankle breaker highlight plays. He's got 21 points in this first half alone. Quarter. Chicago runs elevator doors, and Jay Young all over it. And oh my God, 360 between the leg jam in your first game? Is he for real? Melo, shot clock winding down. Doesn't shoot the 3, now he shoots it and drills it. He's got 24. Williams, another try, but Bam is there for the block. Man, this game is already over. 59-35. Ladies and gentlemen, getting blown out like this. Peterson with the steal. And now Darren Peterson will get in on the dunking fun. He's got 18 now. LaMelo. Bam, that's his spot. It's wide open, and it's all net. 10 for Bam. Peterson has to throw up a 3, and he drills it. Because why not? 21 for Darren Peterson. A 24-point lead for us. LaMelo Ball with 24 in his Miami Heat debut in just the first half. It was a hell of a start to this season. 129-103 win for us. We only hit 11 threes, but we didn't really need to hit a lot. So we dominated the paint. We dominated with 15 steals and 8 blocks and only turned the ball over 12 times. Darren Peterson with 37, 2 and 5. He's going to be on MVP watch this season. LaMelo might be on MVP watch too. 31, 5 and 7 on 12 and 19 shooting. Bam Adebayo, 11 of 12 from the field with 22 points. Now, obviously, he won't do that every game, but Bam could have a really good year this year with all the spacing allowed. Rasheer Fleming, 12 points off the bench. Kel'el Ware with 5 steals and 2 blocks. Insane defensive performance from him. Abaji was solid. Jay Young in his debut, really great defensively. Struggled with that 3-ball, but he'll get it to fall as the season goes on. Clayton had 9 assists. Most of that was during Simcast. He's an interesting player because he doesn't defend, and like he has a good perimeter, but he doesn't really defend in 2K. So maybe we could look to trade him and try and get some more on-ball creation, and or even play Rakeem Patterson over him. Like really just somebody who can defend. We need that. So we'll see. For Chicago, nothing much going for them. Ejiofor had a really good game though. Their 10th pick rookie overall, or 10th overall pick rookie from Nigeria. But yeah, that's about it, man. Vucevic was terrible. Peyton Watson was terrible. His team was not good, and I kind of expected that. So next game, I don't know who will play, but we'll try and play the contender and see how we stand at this point in the season, or at that point in the season. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit longer of an episode because they had the off-season recap and the game in one, which I like doing more than just doing an off-season video. I like to have gameplay. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.